All right, so appreciate everybody for jumping on this Wednesday. Today, we're going to go over shark fins and moving averages. Last week actually, we went over shift candles and how to enter in them, and then where to set your stops and exit. This is a precise entry. So today, I'm going to go over shark fins and moving averages. I feel like this can help everybody solidify their trades to make sure that, hey, this is the trade I want to take. So right here, I got Great Britain JPY, and I hope everybody took the time out to actually go through each and every trade, try to do as much analysis as possible on the shift candles because those are your entries. So this one, shift, means shark fins on moving averages. This is more of a helping you, making sure you like in the right direction, because now we're trying to make sure we solidify the great trades that you need to take. And you can do this on any time frame. Let me say that one more time. You can do this check down on any time frame. And I love this one because it's so amazing. So right here, I'm going to go back a couple, and if everybody can see it, it will be perfect. But if not, like I said, I'm gonna record this. We'll put it in our Trade Strong .weebly group, so that way you can go back and watch the recording. So what you need mostly is candles. You need TDI. That's pretty much it. And moving averages. The moving averages of any kind, actually. And the shift candles are going to set that up for you. Meaning the TDI is going to help set that up for you. So right here, in the TDI, let me bring this up real quick. I only got 30 minutes. I don't think they're going to let us extend it this time. But in the TDI, we have the basics of trading. That is support and resistance, okay? Support and resistance is the basics of trading. The TDI actually has a moving support and resistance. So that way you don't have to draw it on the chart yourself. You can actually just have it already on the chart. So if you look at the TDI, we're going to raise this up some more so you can't see none of this. This would be considered your resistance. This would be considered your support. The lower blue band is your support. The higher band is your resistance. And you mostly, whenever you're using any kind of TDI or anything with these numbers on the side, you're mostly paying attention to the RSI. The RSI is the green line in this instance, and you want to see where it's at compared to everything else. So a shark fin is whenever the RSI jumps out of the volatility bands, because these are considered volatility bands because they move in and out. All right, and it's really easy, it's really simple to do, but you just need a little bit of history of why this works. So whenever the RSI jumps out of the volatility bands like this, it's showing you that that's a fast movement in an unnormal direction, okay? Whenever the RSI jumps out of one of these bands, it's showing you that those candles are not supposed to do that, all right? It's really just moving really, really fast. Most instances, that is showing you that the market is about to reverse. Okay, so that's why we look for shark fins like this. And they work pretty well. So, but however, when they jump out of the band, like this instance right here, this is considered not a shark fin, because for it to be a shark fin, it has to jump out of the band and right back inside the band. That is considered a shark fin. So whenever you're labeling this, just come over here. And I just like to, wherever I see the RSI jump out of the volatility band, I just put a little box around it. This instant right here where it jumps out and it stays out for a while, that's not considered a volatility, that's not considered a shark fin, okay? So this would be a no-no. Do not consider this a shark fin. Even though it came out the volatility bands, it's a sharp movement in an unnormal direction that is not supposed to go, but this would not be considered a shark fin. So what you want to do is just go on here, and this is what you do when you're first starting this out, is label all the shark fins you see. And I'm going to show you something that's going to happen. And I wanted to do this real time so that way everybody can see it. Okay, so this would be considered not a shark fin because it did jump out, but it did not come back in as fast. And this is a 15-minute chart, so it needed to come back in real quick. This is a little shark fin, so we can label it. Let's label it. And this right here is not a trade. This is not an entry trade. This is just a confirmation of something that's about to happen on the chart. Like when you go through shift candles, you know that that's your entry. But this right here is to help you have a confirmation of something is about to happen. It's more of a solid, hey, I can load this trade up with a lot of lots. This one, that one's a hard one. I would say no, because it took too long. It's just like, it's too many candles. So just say no. And then, let's see, this would be considered a shark fin. I'm going to show you something cool about this in just a second. We're just going to do these last two, and then we're going to jump to the chart. So remember, the volatility bands is your support, and the top one is your resistance. Whenever it's shark fins, that means it's an odd normal direction happening, and it's about to change directions. So let's go to where I had the first one at. All right. Now, support and resistance. The basics of support and resistance on a chart are moving averages. That's why we had mentioned that last time. Whenever the candles are close to a moving average, they usually bounce off of them, okay? Usually. With the TDI, we can have greater confirmation. So if we look right here, whenever the shark fins, and this is where you got to pay attention. You said, man, it's a shark fin right here. And we actually have this TDI actually tell you when a shark fin is happening. It'll send a message right here on your computer so that way you can have it. You don't always have to just be watching the chart. It'll pop up, it'll ding. So that's why we love these indicators, because they help us see things that we don't always have to pay attention to and stare at the charts. All right, so this will be considered a shark fin. But when this shark fin is on this support right here, this candle is floating on nothing. There's nothing here at all. So this is not a great shift to take up. It would not be a good shift to take up, because even though this is floating on nothing and this is bouncing off of something, they don't line up. You want them to match up. All right. So then right here, we see shark fin. And you see, hey, it's shark fin right on the 50 line. All right. It hit a wall, and it hit a wall right here at the same exact time. So this is a clear indication, hey, this might be a good trade to take. This is a solid trade to take because it's bouncing off the same thing. Okay. And then you can see that this later on became divergence, and then it dropped. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. This is not an entry. This is a great confirmation to help you stay in the trade. And as you can see, even though it dropped, you would not have taken this as a reversal about to happen. So that's why we crossed it out. So what you're mainly looking for is 4 moments. And see, this is why I was kind of skeptical on this one. That's interesting. But it did shark fin out. It kind of did. Not too much, but it was a little something. On a 50 moving average. All right. And you could have took this down, but you would have lost. But as you can see, the primary reason you probably would have lost is because the 50, when we went back on the other video, the liquid 50 is below. Actually, no, you probably would have I would have took this one too. But as you can see, that's why we say this is added confirmation. And we never seen a shift down. That's why we wait for the shift candle. Never seen a shift down, so we wouldn't have taken this trade in the first place. But we say, hey, it's bouncing off of this. It looks like it's going to drop. I'm looking for a sell. Because you see this, you're looking for a sell. And as you continue, let's see if we can find another one. Shark fin right here. Ooh, this would have been a good one right here. It would have caught some people off guard. Because, and this is why we wait for the shift candles, we just say, hey, this is not bouncing off of, this is bouncing off, let's see. Actually, I already broke through the 200. So you would look at this, you say, dang, it already bounced off the 200. It's floating on nothing over here. I can't really take this as a sell because it's floating off of nothing. Over here, you can say, hey, this right here is not floating off of nothing. It's bouncing off the bottom. This is actually the weekly low, I mean a daily low. It's not, don't take that either. Don't take the weekly lows. You're trying to wait until the shark fin is actually on a moving average. Okay, so the whole point of this is look for shark fins that's actually on a moving average to help you decide on which direction to take. Okay, so as you can see, these ones, they didn't play out too well. So you wouldn't have been looking for anything. You just basically going off of straight knowledge of shift candles and moving averages, different things like that. Now, you don't always have to use this one. I use it to help see which direction I'm going to take that day. Another thing I didn't get to talk about in the last video is whenever the 50s between the 200 and the 800, don't take none of these trades. Never, don't take no trades when the 50s in between the 200 and the 800. I wanted to say that last video. I don't know if I clarified that. Don't take any trades. Don't even look for trades when this is happening. Go on to another pair. But as we can see, we're going to look right here. Shark fin, it kind of bounced out. Okay, it's out the thing. It's on the 800. Cool. The 50's out of the 800 and 200 motion. I could look for a buy. Take your buy, be in profit. Even though it's at the high of the day, pay attention. Shark fin, that's not really a shark fin right there. But this shark fin out here shows no. It's floating on nothing. You don't want to take that kind of shark fin. You want to have a shark fin that's actually on a moving average. So shark fin right here, let me just go over some examples of this real quick, because this is really easy to do, really easy to look for. And you see shark fin at the 800 mark, you know, hey, I can look for a down, cross, boom, shift. Okay, shark fin on the 50. Put it on the entry. Shark fin on the 50. Okay, cool. Looking for a down cross. I'm good to go. And no shark fins down there. Shark fin right there on the 50. You can get in, make a little bit of profit. Shark fin on the 200. You can get in, make a little bit of profit. So that's all you pretty much are looking for in this instance right here. Shark fins on the moving averages. You don't want to take the shark fins that's floating on nothing. Okay? No shark fins floating on nothing. You don't want to take these. These are not good confirmations that this is going to go in your direction. Okay? Like I said, I just wanted to make that quick little video. It's nothing too intense. Like I said, shift candles is probably your main thing, and entries and exit is the primary thing you want to do into trading Forex, is protecting your profits, keeping as much profit as you can possibly get. You know, if you enter on something, make sure you have a hard stop for one. You always want to put the hard stop at the high or low of each day. And then you want to put your mental stop at the high or low of the wick of that candle. And then let it go. Let it make money for you. Let it do what it has to do. Okay? So the shark fins on the moving averages, it's just added confirmation saying, hey, this is pretty much where I think I have a greater confidence, because that's what you want, is the, what is the word I'm looking for? You want more confirmations, as many confirmations as you can. That way you can load up the lots. You can have a $1,000 account, put 10 standards on there, catch 10 pips, and made $1,000 just like that. Or you probably have a $100 account and put a whole standard on there. When you have confirmations like this, you can load up the lots and say, hey, I'm pretty confident I'm going to make this money. Okay. Or you can just have $10,000 account, put 100 standards on there, and catch like 50 pips. That's about 50 grand back in your pocket. So that's all you're looking for, is added confirmation. So as you can see, shift candle on the moving average, shark fins on the moving averages, and you want to take those. Just don't, this will be a floating one. And plus that shark fin is too long out. And my rule of thumb is that if it's more than 5 candles, if it took more than an hour for the candles to come out, then that is not a shark fin. All right, it need to be less than 5 candles. So let's see, less than 5 candles. So we go wherever it starts. So that's the first candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would not consider this a shark fin. It took too long. Even on the 6th candle, hey, it came right back in. 5 candles max. If it takes over an hour, 45 minutes is like my prime cut, but you're supposed to wait 2 hours. 45 minutes is my cutoff for everything. Unless I'm just going to walk away for a while, then you can wait the 2 hours. So that's all I have for you today. Do not take any shark fins as floating in the air. Do not take those as confirmations. Take the shark fins that are close to the moving averages. And like I said, this actual indicator actually pops up on your chart. So as long as your chart is open and you can hear it, this will sound alert and you will get that notification. You come check your chart. You say, hey, that's a shark fin on the moving average, or hey, that's a shark fin in the air. So if you see a shark fins on the moving average, then you know, hey, I can come by the chart. I'm getting ready to take my entry. Because that's all you're pretty much waiting for. Because trading Forex is like watching paint dry. It's really, really boring. So if you can get something to say, hey, get ready, load up the guns, we're getting ready to go to war, then that's cool. Use this indicator that helps. If you want to just stare at a chart, you can. And like I said, you can even go to the 5-minute chart if you want. Let's see if it pull up on the 5-minute chart. I think I got like 5 more minutes because I don't want to burn the timer. And the chart is stuck. But like I said, this is added confirmation. Make sure you practice shift candles and putting your hard entries, meaning your hard stops and your mental stops. So as you can see, you can just do it on the 5-minute chart. Look for it, check it out. It's probably a little bit more sporadic, but it gives you confirmation, hey, get ready to get into the trade pretty much. Just get ready to load up on the lots. We're about to make some money. Let's make it happen, okay? And remember, whenever the 50 gets in between the 8 and the 200 on any chart, I don't care what chart you're on, do not take that trade. Do not shark fin on the 800, 50s in between the 200. Do not take that trade because this right here is total reset. So in the following week, probably next week, we'll probably go over midweek reversals and resets, okay? So that's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all have any questions, drop them in the group, ask them, reach out to other people. We got a lot of great traders in this group. A lot of people are like hitting jewel gems. They don't even know that they're awesome yet. They just need that push. So ask some questions because the more you learn this and the more you teach it, the better you'll become. So reach out to somebody. You can always hit me up. I thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a great day.